Hey beautiful people, and welcome back to 50 Cent's Beautiful Fragrance channel, where we share and discuss fragrance together, guys. Yeah guys, nice to see you again. Hope you're all doing great. And guys, last week a lot of samples from Xerjoff arrived that I tested out for you, and also I already own some Xerjoff fragrances, so I thought it would be a really nice idea to show you my top 8 Xerjoff fragrances right now. So if you're interested, guys, stay tuned. Before we start, guys, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the Beautiful Fragrance channel down below. It means the world to me and doesn't cost you anything, so thank you a lot in advance. Starting off with my number 8, which is Alexandria III by Xerjoff. I think it's the Oud collection, and I know a lot of people like the Alexandria II a lot. It's really hyped, but for me, this one is really beautiful. It takes me back in some way to my childhood, because something that doesn't sound really appealing, but something in my grandma's house smelled like this. For me, this is really a really nice rose oud fragrance, a typical or really traditional rose oud combo. But here I can explain it in a way that this smells for me like Oud Satin Mood by Maison Francisco Jean, in a more subtle and tamed way, combined with a soapy cleanliness that I don't get from Oud Satin Mood. But I like this a little bit more, just my personal preference, because this one has like that, like I said, it is a little bit more inoffensive. It doesn't scream at you, it's more subtle, and for me a little more elegant to wear this fragrance than Oud Satin Mood. But it still has absolutely gorgeous performance, guys, because I tested this out last week. And I could smell myself the whole day. But like I said, a little bit more elegant for me, and for me, I prefer this one a little bit more than Alexandria II, but it's just my perfect preference, guys. But this one, really nice fragrance, in my opinion. I'm not sure if I want to spend that much money to get a whole bottle, but still, I really like this one, Alexandria III by Xerjoff. Next up, guys, we have Accento, a more fresher fragrance by Xerjoff. And yeah, here I was really glad that I tested it out before I bought a whole bottle, because I tested it out in the store once and I really loved it there, and I was really into just buying a full bottle. And I'm not saying it's bad at all. It's on my number 7. It's on this list in general, so I like it a lot. I love the pineapple opening here. It's really super realistic in a way, and so elegant. That's what I love about Xerjoff in general, guys. I think they make they make subtle, soft, really elegant fragrances that still perform really well. That's what I really enjoy about them. They're not screamers, and they just smell high quality without losing its potency, right? And here you get a really potent pineapple sheeper, in my opinion. It smells really elegant, really versatile. I think if you are in an office, or if you have to work with clients all day, I think this is a great fragrance. It's really unique, it performs really well, and it smells really elegant and not too offensive. I think that's what's really nice about this fragrance. For me personally, for the price, it would be a bit too mainstreamy. I still think the quality is here, but still, for me, guys, I think I have so many pineapple cheaper fragrances. I tested so many pineapple cheaper fragrances, and I already own so many pineapple cheaper fragrances that would be a little bit redundant for me personally to own this one and to spend that much money on this fragrance. But still, I can see someone wearing this as a signature. I think it's gorgeous smelling. For me, it smells absolutely better than Erba Pura, because it is more subtle, more gentlemanly, without losing its playfulness. I think this is absolutely stunning about this fragrance. I think the fruity and the woody notes in here are really nicely balanced and make up for a really beautiful scent in general. Yeah, like I said, not my favorite from all I've tested, but still I think this is an absolutely amazing fragrance if you want a high quality, fresh fragrance for every day, or like super versatile that you can rock anytime, anywhere, and you want to spend that money, and you want something that is loud and protecting without being offensive. Try this one out, Accento by Xerjoff. Next up, guys, number 6 is a really hyped fragrance right now. Talking about Torino 21. I don't know if you can see this. Torino 21 by Xerjoff. Yeah, and what can I say? I like this fragrance. I like this fragrance a lot, to be honest with you. I love how they managed to do a fresh summer fragrance with this minty facet and that sweetness from the black currant. It's really juicy and fruity. And yeah, and there's a basil combo in here, or a basil note in here, that is really nicely done. And that musky dry down, I tested it out last week and it has really good performance. For me personally, it reminds me of a shampoo. I don't know if someone, an ex-girlfriend or like someone from my family used a shampoo that smelled like this, but for me it has like this shampoo vibe, and that's why I can't really appreciate it more than that, to be honest with you. And I'm quite happy that I didn't blind buy this fragrance at all, because I think last summer I was tended to blind buy this because of the hype, and I was like, okay, it has to be good, it's a summer freshie. And like I said, I think it's a really good fragrance, and I think a lot of people will appreciate this one. For me, it's a bit too sweet for high heat. It's a bit too shampoo-like to appreciate it and to pay the price for a whole bottle of this, I think. But still, I can appreciate it, and maybe it grows on me. You never know. Sometimes I had fragrances in my collection for, or samples like Ganymede for like 2-3 weeks, and I tested it out, and then in the end I really loved them, and I had to get to know it better. Maybe it will happen with this one, but as it stands, number 6 for me, Torino 21 Xerjoffs. On number 5, guys, we have a fragrance that I already went through a sample, I think a half year ago, but I wanted to test it even more now, and we're talking about Tony Iommi by Xerjoff. And yeah, also this one quite hyped right these days. I mean, Xerjoff in general, I think it's hyped, but there's a reason behind it, guys. I really like the house in general. But this one, a lot of people praise this one to be like their number 1 fragrance from Xerjoff and something like this. For me, I spray this, guys. I wear it for night outs, and I really like it. I really like the booziness. I like the caramel facet of this fragrance, and I like the chocolatey patchouli here. But to be honest with you guys, I think this one is a little bit overpriced for what it does to you. Because I think I know designer fragrance, of course, they're not the same, but Pacha de Cartier Parfum, for example, also works with a chocolatey patchouli, a boozy note. We have like Jazz Club by Maison Margiela. Yeah, just for some examples, and I think they are more reasonable priced than this. I think this smells better in a way, more seductive. I think this is a great date night fragrance. It's a great fragrance to wear a leather jacket and go to a bar or stuff. I think the opening is really great with the passion fruit and the booziness. I think the booziness or the rum note is one of the best I've smelled, but I think the dry down gets quite mainstreamy in my opinion. I think you have then the caramel that is really nicely done, so it gets really gourmandish and sweet, and also you have the patchouli that never gets too earthy. So if you don't like patchouli at all, you still would like this fragrance, I would say, because I think it gets really gourmand-like in the dry down, heavy, sweet. And maybe this is also a reason why I don't like it too much, or it's not higher on this list. It's still on number 5, guys. But for me, I don't like gourmands too much. There are some exceptions, of course, but this one maybe also has to grow on me. But like I said, I tried a sample out, and I enjoyed it last year, and I enjoy it this year. But it's not like also here. I don't see me spending 200 plus euros on a fragrance like this, to be honest with you. There are fragrances that are worth this in this list, I think, but this one, yeah, falls a little bit short on my list. Tommy Iommi by Xerjoff. Next up, guys, we have a fragrance that is quite new in my collection still, I think 1 or 2 months, but I really wanted this fragrance in my collection for a long time. I tried a sample of this, and I think it's a beautiful spring and summer fragrance, talking about Casamorati Mefisto, guys. And yeah, this one is just amazing for me personally. I love how this smells. Super clean. It smells really like really like mountain air, cool mountain air, super crisp, super refreshing. And then they managed to build a lavender note that is not just the lavender flower. It's more like it really smells like you dried lavender and then you chopped it, right? The whole plant. So it smells like that. I really enjoy this one. I really enjoy this feeling of lavender and this fragrance. I loved how they managed to do spices in here without overpowering it. I love how they did the rose in here without making it too feminine. I think this is just a super elegant, modern, everyday fragrance a man can wear right now. Also, the Gentle Uomo is quite nice from this collection. It's plays with a lot more lavender than this does, but I like this one a bit more because it just has that unique freshness, that versatility, and it smells a little bit more youthful and kinky and a little bit more out of the box for me personally. So I really enjoy this one, guys. And if you want a long-lasting, also here, long-lasting summer fragrance that you easily can rock every day and also to the offers, to a date, there's really no occasion where you can't wear this fragrance. That's how beautiful it is. And like I said, it will last a long time. Yeah, try this fragrance out, guys. It smells a bit like Silver Mountain water, but I think it smells a little bit more refined and smooth. And it has its own uniqueness, I think, with that lavender note. I really love this one, guys. Mefisto by Casamorati. So guys, top 3, and yeah, these are all so great, guys. And I think the 2 samples you will see, I have to get a bottle one day. Talking about Naxos on 3 by Xerjoff. Yeah, and they're all evenly good, I would say. And this one, guys, I can't stop myself spraying this on my wrist or wearing this to several occasions the last week, because I really enjoy this one. It's just something about this fragrance. It's super hyped, of course, but it doesn't need that. It's so good. It's so soft, and they just managed to make such a smooth fragrance out of my favorite notes, which are honey, lavender, and tonka bean. Yeah, it's great, guys. And the tobacco here is super soft. Doesn't come across really smoky in my opinion, and it's so invigorating in the opening. The lavender makes it super aromatic, but then the honey and the tonka bean play together in the dry down or in the mid even more, and then it gets a lot more sweeter but still stays fresh. So I think you can rock this every day of the year if you want to. High heat is not the best for this fragrance, of course, because it has a sweet dry down. I just love the concept of this fragrance, guys. I was last year in Sicily in Giardini Naxos, which this is inspired of. They just called it Naxos because it's a shorter name. And it really captures that bakery smell, that sweets that you get in this beautiful Italian bakeries. And you have that smooth lavender that makes up for that great nature for me personally. It's just like something, it's so Italian, this fragrance, and that's what I love about this fragrance. It's super soft, quite playful still, and super elegant in a way. I think everything about this fragrance is gorgeous. It protects really well. It has good longevity. Yeah, and like I said, I love honey and fragrances when it's done in a good way, and this one never gets sticky. This one stays fresh, and it's never too sweet, and it's super elegant. And if you want that, guys, try this fragrance out. I think I need a bottle one day. Naxos by Xerjoff. And guys, a brother of Naxos when it comes to the line, I think. And this one is so amazing. This is, for me, a lot more interesting than Torino 21. Talking about on number 2, Renaissance by Xerjoff, guys. And this fragrance, for me, I sprayed it and I absolutely fall for it instantly. I love how they managed to make a crystal clear citrus scent with a minty facet that smells amazing. It really smells like the peel of a lime, but it's in an Italian way. It's so beautiful, guys. I really can imagine someone wearing this with an open shirt, spraying this, and then maybe over like 30 Celsius outside in a little Italian city where you just go to the beach with the car, or to have breakfast in a cafe. This is this really smells so Italian and super beautiful to me. And it also, like all the fragrances in this list, has amazing projection and longevity. So for a citrus scent, this is really amazing for me. And I can't see myself without this fragrance in summertime. So I think in the next couple of months I have to get a bottle of this fragrance. I think it's so beautifully done. Such a gorgeous citrus scent, guys, that is super versatile, that you can layer with other fragrances, but still on its own it's super beautiful for really high heat. And I love how they did here, how they managed to make this minty citrus fragrance without doing anything sweet in it. So it's really like dry, citrusy, refreshing. Absolutely amazing, guys. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it, and I want more of it. Renaissance by Xerjoff. And on number 1, guys, we have Xerjoff's 40 Knots. For me, I tested this fragrance with a sample, I loved it, and then I got this bottle for a good price on eBay last year in the summertime, and whenever I smell this, guys, I fall for it over and over again. I think this is just an amazing, versatile fragrance that is evenly sweet and fresh at the same time. It's not an aquatic fragrance, what people think of 40 Knots. It's not a blue fragrance. It is a creamy, it smells like Nivea cream with salt, a rosy undertone, and a gorgeous amberiness in there. It's really, really nice. It's super creamy, it's super fresh and clean smelling, but it has like something addictive about it, that you want to smell this even more. I think this is an absolutely stunning date night scent. I think this is, like I said, really draws people in and want to smell more. And also it's just super versatile for every day. I wear this sometimes to the studio. It doesn't offend anyone. It still gets good reactions, and it has really nice longevity and projection for such a fresh scent. It reminds me a bit of Ambre Nuit by Dior, but I think it still stands on its own, because here you get that salty feeling to it. Maybe this is like the aquatic side of the fragrance, and then the rose is not that prominent. But that's what I love about Xerjoff in general. I think they always make, there is just a thing in their fragrances that makes them Xerjoff, right? They have like this DNA in there that has like rose sometimes. Also with Mefisto by Casamorati, and I really, really enjoy how they manage to still make it feel quite masculine or unisex, and just blending it so well that it's just in the background, but it makes it more interesting. And also here you have that super nice salty creamy aspect, then you have that rosy flowery aspect, and that amberiness that gives this a beautiful sweetness. You can rock this every day. You can rock this in the summertime, in the nighttime for a night out. You can also rock it in wintertime because it's quite strong. So a really nice versatile fragrance that I really appreciate, guys. 40 Knots by Xerjoff. And that's for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this list of my favorite Xerjoff fragrances right now. Tell me down in the comments below what you think about these fragrances, and what are your favorite Xerjoff fragrances right now. I'm curious like always. Enjoy your day, guys. See you next time. Bye bye.